Hi, coaches. Welcome back to Big's Rule the World. I'm Coach Allen. Nice to see you all again. We're all excited to be back here. We're talking about the G pool again. Today we're going to be talking about counter pool and counter and power. We'll talk about the power and different ways you can run it. I like to run it out of what we call the G scheme. Um, Other people like to run more of a traditional power. I talked about in our power video series. Remember, I got two links below in the description. We're going to be talking about, we have a link. We're going to vote on which offense I'm going to be breaking down. That vote should be wrapping up here soon. Which offense I'm going to be breaking down, doing a deep dive on. And then also sign up for our newsletter. You can get some great free and premium content through there to help you make your offensive line the best it can be, whether or not you're working towards a spring season or you're working towards 2021 season or you're still in the playoffs. Remember, guys, we can get better each and every day as offensive line coaches and as just as coaches and teachers of men in general. Now let's get to the show. Let's get to the show part of this. We're talking about the G pool on counter and power. So first thing I'm going to do, we'll go to more traditional power. Okay. You can run power, but we remember power. We're going to have a double team at the point of attack, a kick out block, and a lead up on linebacker. Okay. Now we're going to do this one of two ways. All right. We're going to do it with the G lead, or we're going to do it with the H lead or the F lead. Okay. So you want to call it fog, you want to call it whatever. All right. So let's say last time I did 4-2 and I forgot to do more defenses than just the 4-2. You all do not just face 4-2s. So I want to give you more. But our real focus today is not basically how to block things, because I tell you how to block power in my power video series. It's how to teach this guy on the pull what he does specifically, okay? Now, if we're going to bring an extra guy to the box here and run a more traditional power, all right? So let's say, put that guy in, got an H back in. Let's give us a 4-3. Okay, maybe more traditional power, and then we'll talk about G scheme, okay? So obviously we're going to get that double team at the point of attack right here, bang, bang, and work down to Mike linebacker is what I would do right there. All right, blocking back. We're dipping and ripping and trying to get to the next level because we're reading this guy. All right, now, if we're having the fullback, I don't know why I put him as a B. Let's fullback H-back. If we're having him wrap, that's what I want to talk about first, okay? This is the type of pull we're doing if we're kicking out. So I talked before. We're going to go over footwork here in a minute. We're going to have him kick. And he's going to lead up on linebacker. More of a traditional power type scheme right there. If he's kicking out, remember the footwork of the guard. We start out with both our feet in one place. Now if we're pulling right, and we're going for that long kick out block. I want to pull my body around and rotate on the step. So that first step with my right foot, I'm rotating flat and just sort of rotating my foot 90 degrees right there to step down flat. I am taking my elbow. I like to take my elbow and pull myself around to where now, instead of being perpendicular to the line of scrimmage, offensive line coaches, I just used a big math teacher word. So we have the LS right there. So this is our lineman standing. We're facing this way. We're perpendicular. Now we are parallel to the line of scrimmage. I want to be right on the heel line of that offensive line. As I pull. Bang, I've flipped, and now my whole body is facing the sideline. I want to be on the heel line, and I want to stay low. Do not stand up. Do not run with your flipper up. We're going to talk about the flipper again. If you didn't see the trap video, I suggest you go back and watch it. Talk good things about the flipper there and why we use it. Bang, bang, bang. I'm expecting, if this is a good coach defensive end, for him to squeeze that crap down right there. That's why I got to really be prepared for contact, and I got to stay low and prepared. It's not going to be 9 times out of 10, he's not going to stand up there, give you his numbers, and say, come get me, big boy. He's going to squeeze down. He's going to be taught to wrong arm it or take his inside arm and just make a collision point right there behind the guard. That's why I teach my defensive ends to do. All right? So we got to take our arm, take our flipper. When he's sitting in there, boom, 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 we want to get our head and our flipper to the inside. Remember what I said before in the trap video. Pull, right, trap, right. Okay, so we're taking that flipper. We're fitting it up. We're fitting our right cheek. If we're pulling right up against his inside hip, and we're driving out and creating a running lane right there. Where we create that running lane is where that H-back is going to come fill, okay? 9 times out of 10, he's not going to create it outside of us, because if they run outside of us, we're trying to kick the defensive end outside. All right? So we're not going to run out there. We got to be prepared to make contact early. Now, we go back to a traditional power, and I'll talk about this more in our next video. That's going to change us up. That's what I talk about in our next video. The linebacker pull is what I talk about. But if I change this up to where the H is kicking, we're the wrapper now. We're going to be taking more of a bucket step, and we'll talk about that next time. All right, we've run flat pull. We've done kicked him out. It works the same way even if we run the G series. The G series I like. We run it at 10 personnel. Boom, boom, boom. Again, not as flat and quick as the trap exchange right there where it's sort of an X block. He's going to stay flat now. Sarah's going to get his head across, pick up for him. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. Right there. He's sitting up there, guys. That's fine. We'll adjust our guard to be able to turn up and feel. We're still trapping, pull right, trapping right, kicking out with our right flipper, getting our head and our left side of our body between him and the ball carrier, okay? And the same thing goes, okay? Make your counter and your power schemes fairly easy, guys, all right? We have this. We have that we can do, which is more of a traditional power. But we can do it with our counter by just giving a counter motion in the backfield. Remember, guys, it's easier to get 2 guys doing something a little bit different than 5 to 7 guys, okay? So if you can make it easy where your counter and your G blocking or your power blocking are the same thing, just, you know, we're getting a little counter step, that's fine. You know, back in the days, I can say this when I coached at Buckingham High School, we made a living off the G. We made a living off G blocking. We could run out of this, and I've talked about it in our videos before. We can run the tailback boom here and run our G power there. We could run cutback. We could run quarterback power, counter. We could run traditional power. Now we're going kick, lead, quarterback, all sorts of fun stuff. If you want, I actually have a video playbook coming out that you can order off of our newsletter on the G series and how to coach it. It's great stuff. We made a killing with it in Buckingham on it. That, of course, was 5-6 years ago now. Other things I didn't want to tell you, I just was going to run against a 4-2. Okay, if you go and face a 3-3. All right. Now we sort of get our double team right there. Boom, boom, right there. Now, coach, what happens if I want to throw and get some 20 personnel in there? That's fine. Get you some 20 personnel in there. I like 20 personnel too. So you probably bring in an extra guy into the box. Let's go traditional 3-4. How would I block that? I'm going to be honest. I'm going to dip and rip right there. We're going to work that double team right there. It might be a very quick, when he fits right there, it might be a quicker combo, and then the H is working inside out. Or he might sit. Either way, I'm dipping. H is going. We're kicking right there. And still same type of coaching on your G pull on that one. Okay, remember, now we're going for the flat 90-degree step. We're staying flat down the line of scrimmage. You don't want a banana out because that's going to ruin your contact point with that defensive end. You got to be prepared for that defensive end to squeeze down and bring that contact into the C gap and, worst case scenario, into the B gap. So you got to be prepared. Don't go running with your flipper. Throw that flipper. Be violent with it, okay? I'll talk about that in a drill video coming up where I want you to work on being violent with that flipper when you throw it like a punch. That's good stuff right there, coaches. Hey, I know it's tough. We're getting to the point of the season where seasons are ending. Hey, man, get better. Get better every single day. That's why I say join our newsletter. I put tips and drills and skills out there, guys. We just want to make you all coaches better. Hey, we all know we want to score points. We want to get better. We want to be better coaches for our kids. We want our kids to be better football players, better young men. That's what that newsletter, that's what Big Rule of the World is all about, guys. Hop on that newsletter in the link in the description below. And remember, guys, if you want to score points, you got to dominate in the trenches. If you want to dominate in the trenches, you got to know what? That's right. You got to know that Big Drew of the World. I'll see you next time, coaches. Thank you.